Hi everyone, it's Sue. Welcome back. We've got a very cold day here today, so perfect day for creating. Don't mind my chair, sorry, it's very noisy. So I've got my eldest son and his lovely partner coming up this weekend because it's Erica's birthday and it's my mum's 80th birthday, so we've got quite a few celebrations happening. But I don't have a present for Erica, and Josh is no help in giving me any ideas, and he said she would love something handmade. So I've made her a journal. So I thought I'm going to just make a folio idea that I got from Lynn at Pretty Paper Craft 67. I will pop Lynn's video down below. And I thought I'd just do the little folio and just put some tags and that in there that she can use for gift tags, that sort of thing. She gives a lot of gifts, and she actually teaches Japanese at school, so she's always giving gifts to her students and that type of thing. So that's where I'm headed with this. So when I saw Lynn's video, I went, that's what I need to do for Erica. So thank you so much, Lynn, for that. I have printed out a coffee shop freebie from my coffee shop, so I will also put the link down below for that. You can head over and download that for free, or if you want to make a small donation, it all helps, so that's totally up to you. But that's what I'm going to be using today. I've printed it out 4 times. I probably won't need that many, but I just thought it gives me options. Now I've just got to try and remember what Lynn scored hers at. So she used an A4 sheet of paper. I'm using coffee dyed paper as well, so I just need to get a scoring tool, and I need to tip it this way. So we're going to score it at 4 1/4, I think was I'm just trying to see here, 4 1/4. Four and a quarter, 4 1/2. So that's for a gusset, just to allow you to put some bits and pieces of ephemera in. Um, 9 1/4, I think. 9 1/4 and then 9 1/2. Actually, I don't even know whether I've done that right. So 9 1/4. Struggling to see. 9 1/4 and then 9 1/2. And that is basically the measurements that you need. All right. So let me just have a think here. I think so. We'll fold all this, and I'm going to ink all my edges just so that I don't have to worry about that. And I'm also going to sew, which Lynn did as well. She's the same as me. She loves to sew. That's totally optional. You don't have to do that. Okay, so I've folded that, and that's what it looks like. So you've got, you know, a decent amount of space to put bits and pieces in there. Now, I'm using, I think this is about a 200 GSM cardstock. And then I'm just going to use these that are printed on 80 GSM. So I'm just going to quickly I'm going to ink all my edges, and I'll quickly do that, and then I'll be back. I have inked around this really, really roughly. It's very messy, but the majority of it's going to be covered with the paper. So basically all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to place my paper. Now I want to bring it in a little bit from the edge, so you can still see a little bit of that coloured card. So I'm just going to do a pencil mark where I need to cut that, and so that'll be the front flap. So I might just cut it as I go. That way I get a better indication of what I want, what image I want where. Once again, I've lost my spot. There. And I just need to cut a little bit off the bottom as well. Okay, so that's good enough. What I'm going to do though now is I'm going to cut this much off the top just so that I don't have to fiddle around like that every time. All right, so now I'm just going to go through and measure these, mark these and cut these down, and then I'll glue these, I think, to the front. As I said, I'm going to be sewing around all of mine. So I'm going to glue the front first, and then I'll go to the inside of the folio and cover there as well. So that is the front, and I like how it's sort of continued on, and hopefully this has, wrong way, sorry, has sort of continued on as well. Okay, I'm going to ink around the edges, and then I'm going to glue all of them down, and then I'm going to go inside and I'm going to do exactly the same process on the inside. So I'll be back once all that is done. Okay, so I've pretty much, I'm pretty sure I have anyway, gone around and sewn everything. So that's what it looks like so far. So that's the front. That's the other side. So it's quite pretty actually with that sheet cut down. Now, I'm just having a think. So Lynn had put a pocket here, so I probably didn't need to sew there, but anyway, well I did actually because I wanted it on the front. So my pocket that I'm going to put here, I'll put a pocket here and then a pocket on the back here. I will sew them and then just glue them on. So what I might do is I might just measure what I need. So I need to take a bit off the top, don't I, again? And actually, I'm going to print this onto cardstock, I think. This is going to be way too flimsy. I'll be back. I'm going to print it onto some cardstock. I've printed this onto 250 GSM cardstock, so hopefully that will be enough weight to constitute pockets. So I will now trim the fraction off the top of this that I need to do. And then I'll work out, may even need to take more than that off. Oh, that'll be okay. Now I just need to work out how wide I want to make this pocket, which I think, just want to have a look at it and see. Sorry, I'm just just trying to figure out where I want. I might put that pretty piece here as the top of the pocket, and I think I'll just do, I'm not even measuring, I'll have a look. So it's about 2 inches, probably approximately 2-inch pocket. So I'll just cut that as well. Okay, don't know why that cut so badly. And what I'm going to do with these is I will actually ink and sew around them and then just stitch them on. So I'm going to do another pocket here, but it's going to be just like a half pocket. Maybe I'll do this, but then that's exactly the same. Maybe we'll do this. I just don't want it to be exactly the same, that's all. Okay, so I want to add a little bit of a flap on the side so that we can add excess. So if we do that and then cut it about there. Just have a dull spot there on my cutter. Okay, so what I did was I basically just eyeballed it and I just measured this full width, and I allowed a little bit extra to the edge of where these pieces are, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to score those and make some little tabs so that we've got a little bit of extra space to put our tags and what have you. So I'm going to measure where this mat of paper is and that mat of paper, and then I'm going to score that down, right down. And then pretty much I think what I'm going to do is cut this piece in half, so that'll give me my pocket for inside and my pocket for outside. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to line it up with the one and hope I do this right. So we're just going to score that down there, and then I'm going to tip that around again and I can never get my eyes to line up with the number up here, so I bring my bone folder down here first, and then we go, and I did it wrong anyway, so we'll go there, 1 1/4, 1 1/8 actually. Oh my goodness. Anyway, that's okay, we can fold that. It's not going to really affect anything too much, and hopefully my measuring isn't too bad. Actually, it's pretty spot on. So this measures approximately 18. So if we cut this at 4, so we want to cut this in half. So we're going to cut that at 4 inches. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's actually hacking my paper. All right, so we've got 2 pockets. Hopefully it all makes sense in a minute. So we have, I think this one I'm going to put here. So that one I'll put there. And then this one, which ends up being nearly the same. Anyway, that's okay. We will put there. So I hope that makes sense. And what I'm going to do is the same thing. I'm going to ink around and ink and sew around these. So I'm just cutting these little tabs so that they don't show top and bottom. And I'll do that on both pockets. There we go. And I think I'm going to put a divot in the top of my pockets. Now I can't remember which is the top and which is the bottom. I think it goes like that. Is that the way I was going to have it? Yes. So I'm going to get a round punch, and I'm just going to punch a divot. And I'm just eyeballing it. And I will do the same with this one. And then I'm going to go off and I'm going to ink around all these and sew these, and then we'll come back and put it all together. All right, so I've sewn, inked around those pockets, and now what I'm going to do is just glue them down, just get rid of the excess thread. I like to leave my threads hanging. And I think, so I'm just going to do the 3 sides there, and I'm just using some art glitter glue. So I could have actually backed this again with some more card if I wanted to, but it is on 250 GSM, and it's sewn. And it's probably, my way of thinking is it's just a keeper of gift tags and that sort of thing. So it's not something that's probably going to be pulled in and out of the pocket on a daily basis. So it should be strong enough to withstand that sort of use. Okay, so that's there. Now I've got to remember which one. I think I was going to put this one here. I think that was right. Yeah, okay. So this one I'm going to glue just on these little tabs here. Just don't want to get too much glue on there so that it all seeps and closes the pocket. So glue that on there. So it just allows the pocket to sort of add a bit more ephemera rather than having it just flat onto the page. So I'm just securing that down really well. And then we're going to do the back as well. Let's line that up with the bottom. It's not perfectly straight, but it's fine. And then that's basically your folio. Now Lynn's done a document closure on hers, which I think I will do the same. I'll do it out of the cardstock weight. I might just do it out of this one as the main one. I'm going to do probably punch 3, do 3 circles, glue them all together. Lynn did actually sew hers. I'm not sure that I'm that enthusiastic about sewing around a circle, because that's hard. I'll give it a try, see what we come up with. So I'm going to just glue that just let them dry, and I'll sew that and then come back. Okay, so I've sewn around that. All I can say is thank goodness I don't have to do that as a job, because I would fail miserably at it. But I think the idea is to just sew it really messy. I went round 3 times. It's all right. I'm going to put it on there. Okay, so I'm going to put it on with my crocodile, and I'm going to use the biggest hole, if I can find it. Okay, so I'll put it doesn't really matter because the hole's going to go through the flower. So I'm pretty much putting that in the center of that flap here. And putting that, and then I've got some gold eyelets here that I'll use. Put that in there. I'm going to change the setting. Okay, so that is really not even in the center, but it's good enough. Just got this twine with some gold in it, and I just was even wondering, no, I just thought that might be nice on it, but I could put that on the pocket, I suppose, inside. That might be nice. So I will do that with some Dimensional Magic. Just working out which is the right way. So I've just got this, it's quite fine, but I think it'll be okay. I'm just going to put that underneath and tie that off. And I'm going to do it again as well, just to make sure that that stays tied off underneath that. And then I'm just going to cut the excess off, and that'll just tuck underneath the closure there. Just wrap that a couple of times, and then I don't know, we'll just do, that is very fine thread. So there you have a little ephemera folio. I might even change, I think I'm going to change that out. I'm not 100% happy with that. I just think that that'll end up fraying really easily and deteriorating with use. So I'm going to just cut that off, and then I'm just going to add this one. Know where the end is. I'll do a double knot on that. So while I was doing this, I just had a thought. I've got these, so Josh and Erica have just not long come back from a holiday in Japan, and I just do it once. I think I will just do it the once. Just hope that that's not too thick now. Okay. Okay, so Josh and Erica have just not long come back from Japan, so I think I've got a nice photo of them, and I've got some frames laying around, so I thought I might even maybe do like a mini scrapbooking layout of some sort and put it in a frame of their time in Japan. So I'm going to head off and try and find some supplies, some bits and pieces. I'll get my printer out and print a photo out. And I might even come back and share that process with you as well. So if you don't see the video come up, you know that I wasn't successful with it. But that's my plan. So thank you so much to Lynn for the inspiration for this lovely little folio. I'm going to, once the pockets are completely dry, I'm going to fill it with some little gift tags and that sort of thing that Erica can use to gift to people. And hopefully she will enjoy that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you when I do this. Fingers crossed it works out. And until next time, take care, and I hope you get a little bit of creative time in. See you soon. Bye-bye.